Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. And guys, today I'm a little bit worried. I say a little bit. I still am playing the game while doing the intro. If I was very worried, I'd have it paused. But let me explain what's been going on. Last time, I've been either making a few mistakes or getting confused about how my base works. The pips, that's one particular problem. We're going to come back to that. The other issue, well, actually, this one, oh, meteorite shower at the moment. Explore over here, making sure we get coverage. I guess we lost coverage. Let's put that. Okay, we've got, we're out of steel. Okay, well, there's that we have to take care of. But there's also the fact that I've been struggling last time to plant some Saturn critter traps. As you can see, we managed to get that. I think there is a little bit of risk of it actually getting too cold. So we're going to put a temperature monitor in there. And we're going to take the hydrogen that we're going to build up over here. Make sure we use that rather than teleport that from the other asteroid. Okay, let's start with this. Because to be honest, if I don't get this, okay, basically let me show you what's been going on. For some reason, I cannot get the dupes to do the critter pickup here. Let me just put it in fast mode. We've got a pipsqueak in there. And the real risk is, oh, of course it's working now. Is there a chance that I had a drop-off spot earlier? You know what? I'm going to actually go back in my last video and verify if that was the case or not. Because I know I rebuilt this. I'm just curious if that was the problem. Okay, guys. Yep. All right, that was the problem. I just had a quick review of my last video, and I put a drop-off spot here. That was meant to be a critter pickup. Let me double check that I've got a pickup here, a pickup here. My solution was going to be to put a trap there, but I prefer doing a pickup because with this, I can specifically say only the pip squeaks, or the pips, not the pip squeaks. If I put a trap, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, so that's really awesome. I'm not going to be hopefully distracted on that. Let's start with just cleaning up with some of the project from last time, which is to get some sleet wheat, or yeah, sleet wheat planted. I'm asked for some to be transported into here, so we should, let me just double check that is the case. Yep, sleet wheat grain. And I can see we could deal with a little bit of steel. There's not a lot of steel, but let's bring what we have over to the other asteroid. What do I have planned for today other than finishing up farming? I like to do taming of some of the metal volcanoes, both on this asteroid. Actually, I might target this one first. There's gold volcano there, currently dormant, so it'd be easy to get in there and deal with it. And then over here, I'm actually I haven't 100% decided what this is going to be, though. I'm just noticing carbon dioxide levels getting a little bit out of control, and this pump here that's supposed to be taking care of it, not going anywhere. So let's fix that. Okay, so already feeling a little bit better now that I know that I've solved the pip situation. We've got a few pieces of sleet wheat growing, so the plan is to get this project done and to do the gas project over here. I suspect that Explorer is probably going to... So I've got only one dupe on this asteroid. By the way, if you are joining me, this is a hard mode. I'm trying to get all achievements and concentrating on just being able to survive at the moment with enough food. Decent amount, to be honest. Stress hasn't been an issue in a long time. So if we get a little bit more food, no fertilizer, maybe I'll take that into this asteroid. Not that we're using that at the moment. So pump down here. And that's going to take salt water. I think there is just one saltwater geyser. There, well, I haven't fully explored everywhere. We also freed some these Sweetles that were trapped all alone down here. Apparently got access to a cool steam vent. I don't think we need to worry about that just yet, because there's plenty of heat anyways. And it hasn't really been hurting us as long as we get Atmos suits on. So insulated pipe, because I suspect we're going to get very cold temperatures, and the base is already kind of cool, so we don't really need to get it colder than it already is. We're struggling to get polluted water. Oh no, we've got water problems. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. That's the pipe above it, which is actually not doing anything. But there's no polluted water going into the food. I better fix that. So after looking around, I don't know that there is a great opportunity to send polluted water from somewheres. I do have a system that will be slowly sending out here, and that will go into the line for food. But I'm not consuming water quick enough to be able to capture the polluted water down this direction. I'm not terribly worried. With one dupe, that's 2,000 calories a cycle, 141,000 calories at the moment. I also have the ability to transfer some over from this asteroid should I need. Let's maybe take these guys out. We've got temperature control going in with this sleet wheat. $783. I'm watching that to see if we slowly go down. My main source of food early on was these pacus, but we've run out of algae. So they won't really be doing much more, but I'm hoping that's going to be replaced from meat. That's going to be produced by Drecos. Set of staples available for us there, slowly getting more hydrogen. And instead of sending hydrogen, and maybe we could possibly afford to cut this. This is a hydrogen line that's going to the other asteroid in favor of this new line, which is not built yet, but I do see the source of hydrogen. Just these 4 Saturn critter traps themselves already starting to produce a little bit of hydrogen there, which is nice. Okay, things seem to be going smooth. As long as calories are maintaining. So up here, we're going to get, like as I mentioned earlier, a pump needs to be built there, but we need to have some sort of system to be able to contain that in a better way. And we may do that later today. Natural gas, we've got plenty of that going into our infinite storage here. Over 1,000 kilograms times 6. Oh, and the carbon dioxide. Right, I forgot about that. Okay, I've got to fix that. Okay, so now we are getting the carbon dioxide pumping. Just refresh 2 of these. We're going to add a 3rd canister, plus 2 canisters over here with the ability to detect not oxygen. And this is a very difficult area to work, especially with this metal refinery. That being the case, maybe we'll up the priority just before we get too many dupes stressed out from working in that carbon dioxide filled area. See, Explorer still has a few more pipes left down here. They're able to go in this area safely without getting wet, stressed, and all that. Must be going to put that in a deep freezer, I suspect. Let's verify that that's actually effective still. Yeah, that looks decent. So any calories that we do get over there, plus, of course, on this asteroid as well, will not go bad. I kind of wish the canister filler was automatically set to be maximum rather than, for some reason, it's set to be 25. Why would anyone want that? Max that one out too. And let's look for not oxygen. Maybe do that for 60 seconds. Okay, so that is going to eventually get our carbon dioxide levels under control. So that's good for that. Still some more sleet weed. We never did get sleet weed brought over. Do we have access to sleet weed? There's sleet weed grain. That might just be because I don't have this set as high priority. Let's make that a 6 for a short period of time. And see if Explorer is, yeah, they're going up in the right direction, grabbing some sleet wheat. Taking that over here. That's going to be dropping it off way up here. So I hopefully will see Farmer or someone else pick that up, plant that down here. Any progress down here, slowly getting little bit of progress down here. Maybe let's make that a bit of a priority just for the ladder anyways. Other than the carbon dioxide that's been building up too much, we need to get an infinite store of carbon dioxide. Probably won't be doing that today, but needs to be done soon. Over here, what about carbon dioxide levels? With only one dupe, it's probably going to take, yeah. We do have a system to be able to fill that up. Maybe I'll just refresh that. And let's take that back down to a priority 5. Concerned about the labor of just grabbing some of the food for now. I think I'm going to let that stand because we're not actually producing food. But once we are, or importing food, I may not worry about little food that's growing around from wild plants anymore. Oh, a few more pieces of slate wheat. No irrigation. Oh, right. Because I was going to load this in 2 different directions, and I might do that eventually. But let's not let slate wheat stop growing. So the limiting factor of frost burgers essentially is this. That being the case, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get this thing growing. So we need a little bit of salt water sitting on top of this. So that's why we're bringing that in. And I want to have bleach stone X stored here so that it could automatically be thrown. Do we have waterweed? Oh, goodness. We must, because there's ocean biomes. There's 15 units, and I calculate we only need 17, so perfect. All right, so we're going to get caught up here, certainly. Confetti suit. Confetti suit. Who should take that? Maybe I'll give that to a builder. What is this guy in here about? Oh, that's for out of, yeah, actually, it's been a long time since I've used the polymer press there. Next time I do, I'm pretty certain that I'm not going to be empty that guy before we destroy it. Otherwise, we'll get a burst of carbon dioxide in the air. Carbon oxide level looks better there. It's improving here, but still a bit of an issue. Maybe I should put a pump over on this side. Do exactly that. Starting with the deconstruction, that little area. Salt water going in here. Let's check to see if Explorer. I think if we see some hydrogen in the line, we do. Only thing is, I do want to set this up. Let's get rid of this guy. Such that we consume... Oh. Okay. I see what Explorer's task has to be today. Do we get that steel? We did. Oh no, we did not. Okay, why is steel not being put up there? That is a little bit of a concern. All right, I'm going to pause it now because I need to get steel over to Explorer. It just took me 2 seconds to realize, oh, I've got that on sweep only. I don't want that to be the case. That was probably because I had eggs selected, pip eggs at one point. And I want to specify only the tame version, so I had to go manually select. That's no longer needed. Let's just throw, oh. Okay, wonder if we could do this type of thing. We'll come back into there. Oh, that's enough salt water. Don't need a whole lot. In fact, we don't want to overdo it. Let's cut that. We'll get rid of that. And here we are. We're getting caught up to where I want to be, which is growing some waterweed. Do that across like that. Just notice that there's a little track here that is not built. Make that a priority. And I'm really hoping that we get that steel. Awesome. So let's just dump that on the floor. Before I go do some work with the Explorers, take a second to quickly refresh our steel and iron production. So we're 50. Actually, that might not even be a bad idea. We'll do 25. Give this a few seconds to drop a few pieces of steel. And then I'm going to design my my effort to make sure we don't have gas escape as it is now. We just caught this interesting little problem, which I don't think it's a problem at the moment because as long as I've got hydrogen filling this space, this little guy here, the slug, is able to send some other gas other than hydrogen, which could cause a little bit of damage to my hydrogen generator. I think we're going to be okay for the moment. Let's double check. I've got hydrogen that's coming in from here. I wanted to do this before I forget. Actually, let's do that. Just making that go in at priority order from the top. We're going to first analyze this. We're risking this a little bit, but I think we're going to be fine. Let me check check the schedule quickly for scientists. They've got enough time. Send them over to this asteroid so they can do some analysis. And because I don't want them to be stuck in... Oh, I didn't realize we got some missing ladder right there. So we'll start our teleportation over so we can at least begin the analysis. And why not maybe analyze some of the other guys? I already had that set. Okay, perfect. So that can begin. Do we have any more steel? There was a very limited amount I could build with. Okay, there. Steel has arrived. Okay, so on to the next project, which is first of all doing some analysis on geysers and filling in some of the tiles with steel here for protection from meteorites in the future. And on this asteroid, now that we've got some water weed growing here, we will let that grow. We're going to put some bleachstone storage here. I do have a bleachstone storage location somewhere, so over here. Bleachstone probably be a limiting factor. We'll have to worry about bleachstone production, but that can be another time. So we've got our, yeah, what I'd like to improve is the ability to not have to go all the way up here every time I want to send something to explore. So what we're going to do is just have automation equipment power that up. So if I want to send some food or some other material over to explore, I'll be able to do that in this little zone instead. As well as if I want to receive stuff from Explorer, that can automatically be dropped off, at least over here, instead of having to get the dupes to walk all the way up here to grab whatever is going to be sent. Okay, so full tilt. Got analysis on this. Let's make this, okay, I already have that higher priority. If this says it's going to go off soon, that, well, there'll be something I can figure a way to get that blocked off. Template, shift template if necessary. Otherwise, if we've got time, I'll just let it be. And we'll see if maybe I could get this done today. Gold Volcano. Dormant. That must have been the fact that the volcano... Okay, so the volcano itself is hot. I wonder if they probably uncovered some material, igneous rock that's 400. Oh, okay. Shoot. Analysis is still pending, unfortunately. Are they actually fine? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, careful, careful. No. Let's cancel this. Let's get our ammo suits on here, scientist. Let's get you out of there. And I'll start that now. Okay, quick little plan to get an atmo suit built here. Bring in some power. Send that, connect that to the oxygen line. Then we'll be able to... Now, we don't have enough ammo suits to go around, so I may just have to take one. Scientists, might as well keep them here because they've got analysis that can be done over, at least that geyser, and that one. Actually, it'd be nice to know when those are going to be going off. And it looks like we must be out of our lead since we switched over to iron or metal. Let me just build this at priority. And that too, so we don't lose our heat. So for now, we're consuming via this guy. We'll have to deal with that, but I think we've got a little bit of time. Possibly complete this project. Now, only certain dupes can actually do some of the construction of that. Let's take a quick moment to look at the, some of the skills that have not been given out. I'm going to get artists to focus on exosuit training, so we'll give them that. Baker, I'm too worried about you. Carpenter, okay, Carpenter. Again, let's give exosuit training where we can. Okay, you got that. Let's give you construction. The courier. Okay, it'd be nice to have someone that can do plumbing and better construction. Engineer. This must be the higher quality food that we've been eating. We may not always have that, but let's risk it a little bit. Get a little bit more done by getting better skills over here. Maybe just a little bit more strength. Farmer. Let's give you carrying. We'll work towards exosuit. Miner will give you more construction. Maybe just a tad strength. Improved construction. Maybe another dupe that can do plumbing. And veterinarian. I'm wondering if I should do crop tending. Maybe not. Let's do construction. And explorer. Can you afford? I don't think so. I would love to be able to get mech eng, but that's not happening. Okay. Scientists not going to be happy on the asteroid that they're on, morale-wise, so I better not delay too much in getting analysis complete and the scientists out of here. Okay, so at the end of this, I'll be able to send stuff back and forth a little bit easier. I'm thinking of getting the gas-powered suits, which I want to make sure I don't forget about. Do we need to research those? Kind of looks like we might. That would be somewheres in here. Oh, that's lead suit. Hold on. All right, it took a lot longer for me to somehow find this. I clicked on the transport button and then I realized, oh, personal flight. It's going to be a little bit of a time, but at least we'll start the research. So maybe we won't be doing that today, but we'll begin the process of doing that. And I'm hoping next time to have that on Saturday. Let's put in some bleach stone. The reason for that is I figure if the dupes can get around quicker, we'll get more done. And the sooner I do that, the sooner we'll be more effective at building other things beyond what we've got now. Especially with a limited number of dupes, because I'm worried about expanding too much. I noticed food going down slowly with 13 dupes. Keep in mind they're eating twice the amount of calories. That's a little bit of a concern. Let's destroy our old bleach stone storage location right there. Let's go down here and see if we've got, okay, we'll put that in. Maybe we'll undock. Do we have a spare suit? Check that first. There is. Because the system is not built yet, we'll have to do this by getting a dupe to go all the way up here for now. So someone should be finding one or two suits. Joya seed. Oh, let's check the pips. Okay, I see some pips in the stables there. And, okay, nice. Okay, so at least that problem, very much a thing of the past. Okay, a bit of good news. Sleet wheat growing. Water wheat growing. This actually might get the food process to start going up once I can order. Oh, mixed berry. Could do that, but what I really want to do is save everything for frost burgers. Missing ingredient. Oh, frost buns. Let's make our first frost bun. And make sure, I've got to make sure the frost bun goes in this direction. So let me select it. Oh, it hasn't been create it yet, therefore we have to wait. Okay, that's fine. It takes sleet wheat a while, so only halfway to getting our first harvest of that. Because only certain dupes can do this. Let's make that a priority. And that, and I may have to give them another task while the few dupes that can do some of the engineering skills do that. But let's check on scientists quick. Did we ever get a suit in here? Oh no, because I've not brought over the suits. Let's uncheck that. That should land on the floor and go nowhere, apparently. Oh, why? Okay. Why is... Oh, they're not worn. They're not worn. Durability, 100%. For some reason. I don't know if... Still have that connected. I didn't disconnect it yet. Make that a 7, but I don't... Okay. Unless a dupe is on the way to do it. Which they shouldn't be because we don't have dupe allow manual use. Okay. No! I'm at a point where I don't understand what's going on anymore. Okay. Worry level going up just a little bit for now. I don't know why I have to do this, but we'll take a suit out. Is there a dupe? Oh, yeah. I kind of don't want to take their suits away because they're going in that important direction. I'm going to stare at this for a little bit, and I'll see if I come up with what in the world is going on. I don't... Did you see what I just did? I don't... Okay, let's just move along. Okay, with that done, we should get an Atmos suit landing here. Let's make this a priority 6. Let's make this a priority. It's already high priority. We'll see how long it's going to take. Stress level 21%. That's got to be scientist. They're not really fit for this particular asteroid. Explorer doesn't have quite the amenities. Actually, might actually be more about the food. Atmos suit being... Oh, never mind. That was... Oh, okay, Atmos suit is there. So yeah, it's nice to have that. Well, I'll just let them finish that little bit of construction. I think it is time then. We need to get a project. Maybe I should take care of this since it'll be a little bit longer until the research is probably going to be complete. Oh, we need to get a Wheezy wart. So for hire, if there is one, there is. Okay, let's grab that. So since not all dupes can do the automation, well, we wait for the automation improvement to be built, making progress. May need to take that out. Maybe make a priority of getting that little section done. We'll have the rest of the dupes be able to at least go down here and give us an infinite storage. So we've got plenty of salt water to be able to be had. I'm going to expand this guy a little bit bigger than it currently is. Maybe we'll make this a bit of the priority since we can open up more space. What about... Okay, you're not being blocked off at the moment. Just notice I've left stuff in there, but we can go in there another time. Main thing I want to focus in on is Explorer. Or actually more Scientist. And getting them to finish this so we can get them out of here. 15% stress, so actually they're maintaining. It's been a little bit less stress now than it was last time. Delivering Atmos suit. I don't know that we necessarily want that. Let's clear sending stuff back and forth. Okay, this set for priority 5. We've got an extra barracks over here for a dupe. Let's actually add one just in case I ever have another dupe that gets added. Though Explorer likes to be alone. What is going on here? Scientists not doing analysis. Oh, I canceled it. It was a high priority, but it was not active. Shoot. Okay. All right. So that should finish that off. Analysis still needs to be done there. Might as well leave scientists here until they're done. Let's go check on the progress. Not a lot is being done down here. Miner clearing out. Oh, shoot. Miners just trapped themselves. Okay, let's make those two ladders right there high priority. And someone really needs to. Okay, what do we have? Sedimentary rock. And I'm building out of igneous rock. Let's switch over to sedimentary so that miner can get themselves out of there without having to wait for someone else to come down. Good. Ooh, all right, well, glad that I caught that. Double check our carbon dioxide levels. We never did get this built. In fact, for some reason. Oh, okay, see what that reason is. Dupes can't actually get down here. Okay, we'll plan to get that improved a little bit. I may need to reroute the natural gas line. Polluted oxygen. How did that happen? Let's try our new plumbing skill now that I know two dupes have that ability. Will someone fix this for us? Technically didn't need to split that, but I don't want it to move along. Up the priority. Come on now, guys. Get rid of that old carbon dioxide line. We've got carbon dioxide. Okay, hold on. No, that's Farmer. Farmer doesn't have the ability to do that. Well then, that's unfortunate. Let's try just destroying it the old way, rebuilding then. Even that is taking... Are we just behind in terms of labor? Dupes are just too busy with all the things. Hold on, did they actually... Okay, that was a distraction. Could explain why not a lot is happening down here. I may need to start investigating this. I understand that phosphorite delivery to the bins, which is indication that there's actually not... priority. Shoot, I see. That's a mistake. Okay, so this is one problem. I've got a high priority. I must have group selected these bins while I was doing something else. Every time these guys are dropping off a little piece of phosphorite, the dupes are like, oh, I'm going to go do that. We don't want that. So I think that's just some old work, priority 5. So if the dupes have nothing better to do, sure, they can do that. But that should not be a high priority task at all. Nice thing about having this in there, the auto sweeper can automatically put that into these guys when the plants themselves need it, but we don't need it that urgently. I noticed that hydrogen seems to be filled enough in here. So I think we could seal this off. Okay, that's at least, maybe there's other airs, but Brayer seed, let's take some Brayer seed. That's at least one thing that was going on. See if anything else. Yeah. With that, does that get the do? Okay, this is looking better. Okay, I'm glad I found that. So that would have slowed me down and I would have not known for a bit what in the world was going on. Just realizing too, I think we're gonna have to do this type of thing. Let's look at the automation line at least. Okay, fantastic. Which means we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. Let's make sure that we connect that with that. I'm going to pause it because I realize I have not been checking on scientists in a while. Let's cut that right there. We'll even get rid of that. 4% stress, so that's not the issue. But when is... Oh my goodness. 4 cycles. Are you kidding me? All right, time to plan. Okay, so I'm going to take you through a comment from Chris, who asks, Why do I dig out the entire volcano when there's actually only one active point, which is in the center there? The reason for that is honestly, I'm being lazy, not that careful. But you bring up a good point about the coal, temp shift plate, or other material that changes temperature quick, like coal. Let's up the priority here. Bringing over 2 tons. Don't really need 2 tons for this, but I don't. Oh, hold on. Actually, temp shift plates use a good amount of material. 800. So yeah, 2 tons would be more than enough. Let's have this. Maybe just have, if it has contact with anything, it will automatically bring it over. It could be risky, but I think it's going to be fine. Why is a priority 6? Okay, I was going to say 100. That's not going to be enough to build this. I'm going to start to clear out the land a little bit. Maybe I will ask for some bins over here. Don't really need that little section, but I want to get all the material out of here. Put those into these guys. I think Explore at this point is good with analysis complete there. Analysis complete here. Let's send scientists back. Make sure we hit the teleport. I wish that it was automated so you didn't have to do that. Potentially trap a dupe. Where were we over here? Sending some coal over. Okay, 2 tons worth. And I think the safest thing to do is just to bury or get temp shift plate out of coal. At the only critical point that actually matters. I have to be a bit more patient, wait for the actual coal. Because it's going to take longer because the track, which is fine. I'd rather have it take a little bit longer and then have the dupes go up and down, save the dupe time. So I'm going to do this type of thing, do sweep in here. Start opening up in this area. Some coal is arriving. Let's see if we've got enough to get a, we do not. Come back in a second, explore, moving some stuff around. So this could risk producing lots of heat, but we are going to be taking care of this. Temp shift plate, coal, built that right there. Make that priority. As long as I get that built, that will block off the volcano, and that only needs that 1 tile to be able to block that guy off. Okay, so we've got our infinite storage here. I think I can design the next part of this. Just reading a comment from Daonic, who was mentioning the moment that I went over the one of the aqua tuners. I think it was this guy here, and realized it was not made out of steel. I almost made a similar mistake where I forgot to put in the piping, but didn't do that. So we're putting in the piping before I block this off. See some bleach stone storage, or bleach stone there that should be going up in here. High priority. I said high priority dupes. I might make that a 7 because I realized that I've made some priority 6s. We're going to drop off water, so we're going to take in water and send it up here and create an infinite storage here. This is what this little section is all about. Some crude oil should be going in here. Hopefully this, I don't think I've ever done this when liquid was already there. So I'll be learning to see whether this is even going to work. Got some hydrogen gas here, which I think we would want to get rid of. Or move that up. Maybe the easiest way to do this is to push the liquid up via filling in some tiles. Just that we don't have that. Or actually the crude oil might do it. Okay, let's take this moment. Think lead. Lead will get up to 95 degrees, should be able to maintain itself. Technically don't need insulation between these two, but I'll put it in anyways. Over on this asteroid, what are you doing, Explorer? You just taking a quick... Okay, they're taking a quick break. They're still collecting some of the stuff that's next. That could be some hot stuff. I didn't even consider that. But our temp shift plate has been built. So at least there's that. Making some obsidian tiles around here. Also like to get... Hold on, don't do that until we get... maybe I should have building this out of order. Okay, now we can destroy that. We'll add in some insulation here. Hopefully there's... Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too much. Doing that just so I can take that out. Make room for some steam turbines. Some crude oil. We'll empty these. I'm actually curious if this is going to work. Let's fill this in. I feel like we're gonna have to pop that to get the gas, let the gas out, and let the liquid in, type of thing. Okay, so quite happy we've improved the automation. Crude oil sitting in here. Let's do this. Move these to this location. Because I was thinking we were going to grab stuff out of here. Specify all suite priority 6. Okay, put that in place. I think we can seal this off now. And I'm going to insulate it because, again, 95 degrees, it'll be pretty warm, but we don't need to necessarily warm the environment. Okay, I think this is going to work. I will need to provide some power. We're going to create a vacuum here just so that we don't have this one tile leak all the heat. Let's make sure I don't forget. Oh, shoot, that's... not exactly what I was hoping for. Maybe get the water level. Hold off on that. Let's get this sealed off first. Do that at priority. Boom, boom. Now let's do this. Don't need that anymore. It's just gonna force me to do a little bit of mopping. I was hoping not to. Actually, maybe I should do this first. See how Explorer is doing. Volcano, 1.8 cycles until it goes off. I'm just getting this liquid to go down a little bit. Okay, so this should allow that hopefully to do nothing. But as we take out... Oh, that was not intended. Shoot, I am making a few mistakes here. Destroying more stuff than I need it to. Do this type of thing. Go after some bleach stone too. We'll eventually need that for our farm. So I am going to have to bring over one of the other dupes that can do some of the engineering work. Electrical engineer. We might need plastic too. Maybe not. So I want 3. Okay, we do. Okay, with that being the case, how much plastic? 9 tons. Let's bring over 2. Yeah, sure. Maybe 2 tons will be enough for this project. Okay, we're building that I didn't mean to take out. What am I? Okay, that liquid slowly draining out. So I'd like to get a vacuum within there. Maybe by the time that actually happens, dupe will be down here. I said dupe will be down here. On the way. Perfect. What I'd like to do then is start filling this in. Go check what we get from here. Okay, that might be interesting. Those seeds go bad. I don't think... No, they're not like sleet wheat. Take the salt water, store that out of the way. Do that. And make sure that I don't forget to have one of these be a power exit. If that's the case, then we can start to create a vacuum within there. Okay, and we've got a vacuum all around this guy. Do that type of thing. Let's not forget down there as well. Okay, so that should keep Explorer busy. We need to get power access. We can just do this for now. So I'm future-proofing this so that we've got our heavy watt conductive wire inside here. Even though I'm just sending in a regular wire. Be ready to upgrade in the future. Take that out. Take that out. Let's make a priority of... I guess we won't have the gas vent going until the power is connected anyways. So we'll just wait patiently there for that. Lots of polluted oxygen in there, but the dupes wear no, they don't wear atmo suits there, actually. Okay, let's not worry about that just yet. Did we ever check that? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got good coverage. I can see that we're going to have to fix a few things in the future, but for now, we're not leaking gas into space. Let's just rush this project along. Calories. Oh, goodness. Okay. I may have been too aggressive in producing tubes. Also, why? Oh, that's not actually just deconstruct. Okay, let's get more critters in. Though maybe we're simply just waiting for the sleet weed to come through. The first of that water weed is going to be growing faster. That one's already at 74-ish%. Just one more wire to start the vacuum process in here. We should be able to see water being transferred from here. We did the analysis already. Awesome. Okay, so at least for that, a vacuum will be created there in time. I'm worried about food. That's going to be my next move. Okay, I'm going to carefully consider what to do next. Okay, two things. Almost done one of the research elements here, but I am going to switch over to robotics so that we can get a robo miner. This is more for next time, so we can finish our gold volcano teaming. But for the food production, which is definitely the higher concern, we're going to be rerouting this water line to go up through here. We'll start growing a little bit more bristle blossom. We need a little bit of light for that, and then actually make this a priority, even though it's kind of food. We do have 676,000, so we've got a bit of time. Worst case, I could get the micro mushers rolling, but I'm hoping not to need to do that. I guess one of these tiles technically would be necessary. Maybe we'll do this type of thing. So we can actually get down here. The other thing is I am going to, we got to get that plastic over. Maybe do we need some lead brought over. Have a quick look. A little bit of work in here. We're going to get into this area safely. Do that just to get that material out of there a little bit easier. A little bit of mop up. But I would like to start planting some trees. I think we've got a decent number of... Oh, maybe I don't have them. 19 acorns. I would like to increase the number of pip stables. If I look at my food, the limiting factor from what I'm making is meat. Actually, maybe we should also make this a priority, even though I technically don't. Well, we'll have some glossy directlets available. Let's take that and send that down there so we can expand our stables down there. But let's start growing some trees. Let's grow this first, and then we'll get to the trees. It's going to take the trees sometime, so I'd rather get this growing first at higher priority, just so that we don't run out of food. Might keep that ladder available for now. We should have plenty of seeds, I'm thinking, because we've got, oh, and Sweetles. I didn't even think. We might as well select a few of those to move into here. Let's do one. Relocate you down here. And why don't we take, we'll put in a third one. Relocate this guy into there. Check our sleep. We 90%. Growth, irrigation. Hold on, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Why do we not have a full set of what are we growing? We have clearly enough salt water, unless it's empty. Is the first few drinking that much that quickly? That does not make sense. No, another thing that I'm not getting my head around in this game. Unless we're going... Oh. Okay, never mind. We just need to do this. And do this, kind of share the load. Okay, that should, yeah, boom, that was that. Irrigation down here. Oh, fusion in the line. Why are we're struggling to keep up with water that's being dropped off here. Probably for the research initiative or supercomputers. They're with a supercomputer research done on that. Let's put this back to where it was. You can tell I do not do rockets very often, but I very much want to get into personal flight soon. Okay. Let's just make a priority of getting those little Sweetles in here to help these grow. Okay, that will improve our food production. Let's turn our attention up here. Okay, for this portion of the project, we're going to make some natural tiles. We're going to fill in this section. And essentially where we have holes here, that's where I want some pips to plant trees. Would like to trap some pips into here. So maybe we'll do this type of thing, a mix of regular tiles. Also want to go get a 96 width stable. And fortunately, that does mean we're going to have to go into the warm area. I think we can do that. I hope I'm not wrong. But let's get some trees planted first. There's no point in doing that because it's going to take a really long time for those trees to grow up anyways. We might as well start that process now. And then come back to expanding here once the actually trees are big enough. So we'll put in some of these doors, which will turn into natural tiles. Need to fill in the bottom too. Building melted. That, okay, okay, awesome. So that should stop that volcano from outputting anymore. That was actually not made out of steel, so bad idea to do that. Oh, and that is probably really hot gold. Let's just keep it there, actually. Yeah, there's no in fact, I don't really need to remove anything for that matter. Because I'll have auto sweepers in there eventually. How is our steel production going? More preparing for next time when we'll okay, we've got not a lot of steel. Let's bring this over. Steel that we have will be needed more by Explorer. Ask for more of that, more of that. Growth. Still having issues getting any water. So lower priority to go in this direction, and it's just not happening. I don't know whether that's just the research or we're just at a limit to be able to consume that much water. Actually, no. This guy's the limit. Hold on, hold on. So expanding this farm is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. Not too bad. It's more the fact that everything's kind of crammed in here. We're going to push our power plant back a little bit. Explorer, I can see how you get up here. That's unfortunate. Let's get you out of there. Go down here. Take that out so you can't do that again, because that's not cool. Right, and we'll fill that in like that. Fill that in like that, and let's put in a suit up here. Yep. Where were we on this? I need to make a room for the power plant and have a second one of these put in. Okay, before we leave today, let's put in a second water sieve so I can know that we can get more food growing. So I don't end up worrying about food until the weekend. I'm going to continue on. Continue building out this area too. I'm hoping to also at least plant the first tree, maybe even second. But I know I've got to maintain our hydrogen generators with tune-ups, so we gotta have a power plant available. I'm hoping that's a big enough room. That's 48. Didn't actually check. Power plant needs to, minimum 12. We're fine. But what I'm doing here is I'm giving the dupes light access when they have to empty the water sieve. We'll put sand storage in here with an auto sweeper that can provide that in there. Rex egg. Actually, we've got a number of, I think 2 Rexes. That's too crowded for them. Oh, shoot. Let's expand their area a bit. Maybe I should have also put the other... Oh, any of the critters that were here are no longer there. Wonder if it's just because it was too warm. Okay, that's too bad. We maintain our Rexes, but our Rexes are crowded. Mine are digging this up for us to expand this, make it a little bit bigger for these. In fact, if I just do that one tile right there, that's going to make it much bigger for them. Okay, back over here. A little bit of mess on the floor, unfortunately. Should be mopped up. Oh. Oh. Okay, anywhere else? I think we're good there. That could contribute to stress. 4% stress. Not too bad, but it's starting. 0% stress over here. That's nice to see. Create a few natural tiles here and here. Let's see if our water sieves are pumping. Okay. Did that do anything? No. Okay. Oh, maybe I just need to give it time. I just need to give it time, I think. The other thing I need to do is we no longer have, I don't know, I'll use aluminum. We no longer have our power plant. Currently, these are tuned up, but they won't last that way forever. So we are growing more bristle blossoms. I think I'm just going to end at least creating at least one tile up here. Let's just not forget to do that because that's going to be important. Reestablish our power plant. Check on our sleet. Oh, hell, look at this. Sleet wheat grain going up. So with the fact that we don't have an excess of meat is unfortunate because we can't actually produce what I had wanted to produce. But given the fact, let's use what we can with sleet wheat for now. Pepper red would be one of the things. That wouldn't be possible. Mixed berry. Missing an ingredient from that or the gristleberry. Okay. Eventually, I'd like to be making primarily frost burgers, but I don't think that's going to be possible just yet. Okay, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I kind of feel like since that's food production, I might actually do this rather than kind of making that a priority ordered type thing. So that should give us that going. I guess we don't need to convert the type. All right, that is that. Let's just make a few natural tiles here, here, and here. Hold on, I don't think it's going to actually matter, but we'll get rid of the tile. I mean, that would allow me to send water through these. Okay, and then next we'll do this. I don't see any material in there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, actually, I don't know if that falls in there. Move that out of the way. Put in a door here so we can trap a pip. Let's go check to make sure everything is going okay there. So next time we'll get hopefully that volcano going. Get this taken out now. That ladder can go. Okay, and time to plan this part. Okay, and final action for today is to get this going. So I have a lower priority of ladders, so I can direct the pip to plant here first. Over 700,000 calories. I don't know if that was just because we started cooking here. But that's good. I'm glad I didn't... Oh, boy. Irrigation. The water is just not making it down. Oh. Doesn't even have the option of going down there. That's not good. Let's do this type of thing. Okay, that gives us water to go down there. Okay, I gotta check. Keep an eye on that. Let's keep an eye on Explorer. So I will have to have another dupe with more plastic. I can at least ask for that to be put in place. Did we ever get that steel connected? The steel that we had. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll figure that out next time. Do we have sleet wheat growing again? May take some time. Water doesn't need to fork in two different directions. We don't have a cooling system on this. Currently fine right now, but maybe I should do that. Otherwise, I'll forget at some point, and it wouldn't really take that long. Come back, we'll let that water roll out. Maybe I'll add that to final project. Put in our acorns. I'm assuming they're 1 per. Maybe do 10. Up the priority of that. And let me just cut this right there, and we'll put in some work. Actually, not going to take much at all. Because all I need to do is go in and out of this. Let's have a thought. This is going to come out and visit down here first. I kind of prefer generally visiting on top of these guys first before we do our cooling. So actually, let's think about this carefully. So here is what I did. I'm going to be, we're taking the water cooling line, which is not running the right way at all. I'm now realizing. Do that. We'll do this. And we'll have that go down in this direction so it can visit this guy, come back up, and then go into the cooling so that when I know that it leaves here and goes up towards the rest of the base, it's a little bit cooler. Let's just start top up line, so that's fine. Visit these guys up here. Let's empty that. So without any plants in the area, I don't think we're going to have too much trouble getting these pips to pick up these. Hey, look at this. All right, so like I said, it's going to take, I think, 18 cycles for the tree to grow, and then another 18 to actually get branches where the pips can eat from it. So it will eventually help us produce meat, and I'm probably going to continue, like, build a bunch of these. Just like I have this. I thought this would be pretty healthy meat production. It's not completely full, to be fair. But given the fact that meat's our limiting factor, I'm questioning whether all those Drecos are going to be enough. I realize also we never built the carbon dioxide thing here, but we can't do everything today. Finish off on this cooling line. Okay, I'm not loving the fact that these hatches are where they are. That's something I'll have to clean up next time, but any of the high quality food definitely needs to have be specified in here, including pepper bread, so that the hatches don't grab it. Okay, good. All right, we'll need to then come up here, look every now and then, see another progress has been made on that. That's good news. Check our cooling line. It's not functioning just yet. There must be, okay, I see a couple pieces missing. And that's where we will end today, unless there's some impending disaster, which could always be the case with this game. But I think we're over 700,000 calories. Okay, that's a bit of good news, at least. It's just for the clean up sake of it. Get rid of the end pieces there and there. And that's flowing. We just need to get that done right there, and I think we'll call it a day. Another little end section there. Okay, I would say we are looking good. I'm just going to do one final thing, which is seeing if these pips... Okay, no. Awesome. This is Jared playing Oxygen, not included. I'm still a little bit nervous, but I think I'm less so than I started. We have, I think these bristle blossoms, I'm hoping is going to be temporary, but at least that's going to allow me not to be as worried as I am currently. Where are we on? We're just oh, right. Data analysis. Anyways, that's next time. Thanks for watching. See you later.